Hello Commanders, Commander Plater here, and we have details on the release of Fleet Carriers. This is going to be a quick summary of information we were shown on the Frontier livestream, so let's get straight into this. Fleet Carriers will cost 5 billion credits up front to purchase the base model. The beta for Carriers will start on PC on April 7th, consoles later, with the live update launching in June. Fleet Carriers will be owned by individual commanders. Fleet Carriers can be purchased at starports with the Carrier Administration Service. They have 16 landing pads consisting of 8 large, 4 medium and 4 small. Fleet Carriers will no longer have set loadouts, but will have a variety of services that the owner can customise. The carrier owner can control who docks at their ship, squadron only, friends and squadron, or finally no one. You can also choose not to allow commanders with notoriety to dock at your carrier separately. Carriers can and will be a source of income for commanders. They require a new fuel called tritium, which can be mined in ice fields or purchased from stations with refinery economies. They can jump 500 light years at a time, and this is plotted on the galaxy map. If the owner wants the carrier to orbit a specific body in the system, the owner will need to enter the system map and select the body individually. Fleet Carriers cannot enter permit lock systems. Fleet Carriers will be able to jump a maximum of once every 2 hours. It takes 1 hour to prepare them to jump, and then once jumped there is a 1 hour cooldown until you can prepare to jump again, assuming you have enough tritium. And yes, you will be able to watch them jump out. Even though you are the owner of the fleet carrier, the management is not a solo task, you will have a crew. Which crew you have will impact which services you have available at your carrier. Services once added can be suspended to save on upkeep. All carriers come with commodity markets, tritium deposit, and a deck officer as standard. Every service and crew member you have on your carrier will contribute to the weekly maintenance fee. To add additional services, you'll need to visit a carrier management service, which can be found at a starport with that facility. This will be on the filters on the galaxy map. A major new thing being introduced with fleet carriers is the addition of player-to-player trading. That's right, player-to-player trading for the first time. Carrier owners are able to request a purchase order of a commodity from other players. This function will be different from the usual NPC markets. The carrier owner will create a purchase order, at which time the number of tons you have requested is earmarked in your storage at the same time as the number of credits needed to cover the costs to purchase them. Once purchased from a player, it will go into your carrier storage. If you have excess commodities you wish to get rid of, then you can set this for sale at a price of your choice. Carriers will not support the idea of mass cargo trading in the same way NPC markets do, so you will not be able to take your mining loads and sell in bulk unless there is a purchase order open for that commodity and to the volume you want to sell. Once you have these commodities, you can resell them to other players or directly to the NPC market at a better price by ferrying your cargo from your carrier to a buying station. As mentioned earlier, there are costs for running a fleet carrier, and these are broken up into 3 different sections. Core costs, these represent the essential services. Optional costs, which are used towards your optional services. And maintenance costs, which are the cost of your carrier for making a jump. This is a flat cost per jump and is added to the weekly maintenance fee. A quick note on the maintenance fee is that it looks to be 10 million credits per week for a base carrier. Keep in mind you can still net well over 100 million credits per hour very easily. This should not be an issue for most players. So, how do you pay for all of this? The Fleet Carrier Bank. The carrier owner can deposit and withdraw funds at any time. Anything purchased from or for the fleet carrier will go to and from the bank balance, and that does include profits. Did I say profits? I sure did. Players are able to set a tariff for using the services of the fleet carrier, ranging from 0 to 100%. This will help towards the upkeep cost of the carrier. If there are not enough funds available for the carrier maintenance fee, the carrier will go into debt and could lead to services being disabled and eventually the carrier to be decommissioned. Adding more services to your carrier will affect the storage available, and you will need to balance this based on what modules you have in stock or the cargo you wish to store. That's right, cargo storage. To change the outfitting of your carrier, you will need to visit the Carrier Administration Service again. Here you can pick up additional services like the Redemption Officer. Here players can redeem vouchers like combat bonds, trade dividends, bounties, power play salary and codex discoveries. Think of it a bit like an Interstellar Factors but on steroids. Advanced maintenance. This is going to allow for repair, rearm and refuel. Outfitting allows visiting commanders to purchase, sell and store modules at the carrier. It also includes a module stock where you, the fleet carrier owner, are able to purchase a boatload of modules and then sell them to visiting players for a markup. Shipyard allows visiting commanders to purchase, sell and store ships at the carrier. Ships can be purchased by the carrier owner as stock to sell to other commanders using the carrier. This allows carrier owners to pitch up a great mining spot and sell mining gear and ships for a premium and profit. Fence. This is your black market equivalent for your carrier where commanders can sell and buy illegal goods. There are some more additional features that we're going to take a quick look at. Crew members. Each service has a head crew member who is in charge of that service. The owner of the carrier can replace them at any time. If you have an engineering blueprint, these can be pinned and viewed in the commander interface window in the carrier. Navigation. This displays the ship's current location and tritium reserves. This is also where the carrier owner plots jumps. Budget. This is where the carrier owners enable the tariff for using carrier services. This can be changed at any time and any funds earned will be added to the fleet bank. Livery. Yes, livery. We will be able to customise the appearance of our fleet carriers. How much and how, we don't know yet. Security. The security of fleet carriers is tied to the number of authority vessels that patrol the fleet carrier space. The higher the number of illegal activities, the more security vessels will be present to make those activities more difficult. If no illegal activities are taking place, then the carrier's security level will increase with the system's superpower, causing less patrols. We mentioned debt earlier, and if you can't keep up the payments on your fleet carrier, which at 10 million credits per week should be very easy, your fleet carrier will go into debt. If it does, your optional services will shut down. You will still be able to operate your core services, so your commodity market has a chance to make some funds back. If you continue to fail to pay the upkeep, you will go further into debt until you reach a point and your fleet carrier will be shut down and decommissioned. If you no longer want to have the responsibility of owning a fleet carrier, you can choose to voluntarily decommission your carrier, at which point your carrier will enter what's called a pending decommission state. You can change your mind during the pending decommission state too, just in case you decide to take the responsibility back on. In this state, you can still dock at the carrier, sell off services, retrieve stored cargo, and put commodities on sale. You will be given a partial refund for the carrier based on the carrier value, the distance to a carrier construction service, and the contents of the carrier. Once decommissioned, the carrier will not be dockable and any stored modules or ships will need to be transferred off the carrier using another starport with those facilities. And there you have it, Commanders, fleet carrier details in 8 minutes. I'm hoping to see you all in the beta, where I'm probably going to be charging you an arm and a leg for a dolphin. So thank you for watching, Commanders. Please make sure you like, subscribe and turn on notifications so you get an alert every time I put a new video out. Also, if you are looking to support the channel, please check out the links in the video description, as there are a couple of different ways to do so. But once again, thank you for watching. Commander Plater, out.